This is a source-led guide, not a hands-on iPhone test. The workflow behind it uses Conductor, where a team can choose a coding agent before starting a task. Now, here's what the official ChatGPT post actually says. The announcement is compact. Enable background conversations in settings, then voice, for live activities. It also quotes OpenAI interaction designer Gavin Nelson, GPT Live, now with live activity support. The official image from that post is the visual proof in this video. You can see a ChatGPT live activity in the dynamic island, with the ChatGPT label, a microphone control, and a close control. That image is important, but it does not prove every behavior a person might assume from it. It is a still, not a recording of someone turning the setting on, locking a phone, and continuing a conversation. So this video will separate the published evidence from the practical guide. No recreated iOS settings screen, fake tap, or simulated live activity is being presented as real product footage. Start with the exact path named in the post. Open ChatGPT, go to Settings, choose Voice, and look for background conversations. Whether you see the option can depend on your plan, region, workspace, and app version. If it is not there, that is a real availability result, not a setup mistake that this video can fix. The next question is which voice experience you are using. OpenAI's current voice guide separates Live from advanced voice. Live is designed for natural back-and-forth conversation, with text and images in the transcript. At launch, however, Live does not include video or screen sharing. Advanced voice retains mobile video and screen sharing capabilities for eligible subscribers. That distinction matters because a live activity in the dynamic island is not evidence that every advanced interaction is available in every voice mode. The official still also shows the microphone and close controls. Treat those as visual evidence that the live activity has controls, not a claim that we pressed them here. In a product guide, that distinction is worth keeping. A useful demo shows the behavior. A source-led guide shows the evidence it has, names the published limits, and tells you exactly what to check on your own device. So what does background conversations mean in the documentation? OpenAI says a voice conversation can continue while you are in another app or while your phone is locked. That is the feature's practical promise. You can keep a spoken train of thought going while you change context instead of having to restart it each time. There are a few simple situations where that could be valuable. You might be walking through an idea and want to keep talking while you glance at a calendar, open a note, or check a message. You might be moving between apps while you keep the same conversational context. Or you might simply want an explicit end control close at hand when you are done. The best workflow is not to leave every conversation running. It is to use continuity intentionally, then end the session when it no longer serves the task. The docs are also clear that background does not mean endless. A conversation ends when you end it, when you force close the app, when you reach a usage limit, or when you reach the maximum session length. If you are using advanced voice with screen sharing, locking the phone ends sharing. Those are not edge cases to ignore. They are part of the product behavior that should shape the workflow. Here is a responsible way to test the feature on your own supported iPhone. First, open ChatGPT and verify the voice settings that are actually available to your account. Second, enable background conversations if the named switch appears. Third, start a normal voice conversation and move to another app only if you are comfortable with the information in the conversation. Fourth, confirm how you will end it. Use the visible controls, end the conversation in the app, and remember the session and usage limits. It is also worth checking the privacy and account context before you depend on it. Availability may differ for a personal account and a managed workspace. An app update can affect what is visible. A change in region or plan can matter. And the voice guide notes that product capabilities continue to evolve. So use the official help article as the current reference and verify the behavior with the exact account and app version that you plan to use. The bottom line is simple. The supplied official post gives us a precise configuration path and an official still of the ChatGPT live activity. The current voice documentation gives us the conditions, the distinction between live and advanced, and the ways a background conversation can end. Together, those sources are enough for a practical guide. They are not a substitute for a device recording, which is why this video never claims to have performed one. If you want to check this now, open ChatGPT on your iPhone, go to Settings, then Voice, and look for background conversations. Confirm which voice mode you are using, test with a low-risk conversation, and make sure the end controls and limits make sense for your own workflow. For the coding workflow behind this guide, visit conductor.com and the GitHub repository. Conductor lets you choose a coding agent and start a task from one focused surface.